The Adeyemi family bought the house. It felt like the start of a new life. Bode, the father, had worked hard for years, moving from one rented apartment to another until he could finally afford a place of his own. The house was bigger than anything they had dreamed of: 2 floors, wide hallways, and tall windows that looked out to a row of dark trees at the edge of town. It was old, yes. The wood creaked when you walked across it, and the paint on the walls had begun to fade. But Funk, his wife, called it a blessing. She believed prayers had finally been answered. Their children, Damila and Femi, couldn't stop laughing as they ran through the empty rooms, their voices echoing against the walls. The first night, they all slept together in the living room, mattresses laid on the floor. It was quiet, peaceful. But in the middle of the night, Funk stirred. She thought she heard something, a whisper. Soft, like a woman's voice, but too faint to understand. She sat up, listening. Nothing. Maybe the wind, she told herself. Maybe the house settling. And she went back to sleep. Days turned into weeks. The house should have felt like home, but instead, it felt heavy. There were certain spots that never grew warm, no matter how sunny the day was. The upstairs hallway was the worst. Whenever Funk passed through, her skin prickled, and her breath came out as mist. Then the shadows began. At first, quick movements in the corner of the eye. Harmless things you could explain away. But one evening, while Funk was cooking, she saw a tall shadow standing at the kitchen door. It was there, still, unmoving. By the time she turned to look directly, it was gone. She told Bode. He laughed it off. Old houses make noises. Old houses play tricks. But his laughter didn't last long. One night, while he was preparing documents in his study, he heard footsteps in the attic. Heavy. Deliberate. Too heavy for rats or cats. He grabbed a flashlight and climbed up. Dust. Cobwebs. Empty space. And yet, the sound had been real, as if someone was walking above his head. The children noticed next. "Daddy," Femi whispered one morning, "a man was in my room last night."